I will tell that story another day. Right now, because
over some wine.
But the long and the short of it is, we did a lot of research on venues right off the bat, and we actually wanted the first conversation we had. We wanted to go to the convention center, but we thought it would be too expensive, and it turned out not being. After all of this stuff, we're like, the most room and the best bang for the buck is going to be the convention center. All right, here we go.
And we looked at like the RIT in Conference Center.
Mm-hmm.
We've played around with Rochester Tech Park. We've played around with the Dome
Hyatt,
Arena,
Radisson,
the Hyatt and the Radisson.
War Memorial.
We've brought it back to coming home. That
At
we're
one point,
home at the convention center. So we
That's
want
it.
to keep it downtown Rochester because we want everyone coming into Rochester, because Rochester does have a lot to offer people.
We were actually, at one point, we were looking at the High Falls buildings behind WXXI. But it was not enough space. Not enough space where we wanted to grow. But anyway, go ahead, Ray.
Do you guys ever think that once, we're further down the line, they'll maybe take over the Blue Cross Arena?
No.
Or
The
do
Blue
you guys
Cross-
want to stay where you're at?
I want to stay where we are. Well, Blue Cross it's a great space, but it's more for like sporting events and big demonstration events. It doesn't really feel. It's never had the feel.
I don't know how well it would work.
It
out
wouldn't
for
translate for us.
panel
Because you
rooms.
need the separate. I was just going to say, you need the separate rooms for panels.
And I know
for,
that like Twin Tiers or something did it down in like a hockey rink in an arena type thing, and
a lot of people said it didn't feel very right.
it's just
it's got a cold feel to it.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean that as a joke.
Where's your rim shot?
Yeah,
There's the rim shot on that one.
It's too late.
It's always too late for us on that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we have a plan. We have a business plan. This plan, we do. We've talked about it. You've been in those meetings. Awake, too.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We
with her
have
eyes
an
open.
evolution for FC3 in mind. Over the next few years, we're going to have a building and a half, and then we're going to move to the whole building. So we're going to have the whole second floor at one point or another.
And then when they build onto it,
and there's actually talk that there will be a third floor on the convention center now.
On the Empire rooms now, the north and south, they're planning eventually on building on top of that.
And we'll take it. And then we also have the opportunity to spill out into the neighbors. We have
the Hyatt.
We have great space at the Hyatt, the Radisson, the Hilton Gardens.
Are within 5-minute walking.
Easy.
They should make one more floor and call it the FC floor.
Well,
just for us.
The third floor for FC3, FC3's floor, FC third floor.
Well, the best part about our con is that you can find the panel rooms.
Yes.
You know where they are.
Yeah.
And it's easy, even if I, just came in and I didn't have a
book on
guide.
me.
We did up our signage a lot, and we're going to do that more.
Where is this panel? Oh, I'm not exactly sure, but all the panel rooms are right over here. Just direct yourself that way.
Exactly.
And then Disney point my way.
And that will definitely help next year with having the whole first floor will be all the activities in the panel rooms, so you really can't get lost.
We're going to increase our signage. We're going to do. Go ahead, Tony.
Really
Tony might be
curious.
able to get lost.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think
Tony's
he's
got a
lost.
better sense of direction than I do. I don't want to hear it. Go
Boy
ahead, Tony.
Scouts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I'm
I
just
didn't do that when I was little.
really curious. Can I hear one of the troll comments?
Oh, yes. I would love to hear one.
I didn't highlight those, so give me a moment. Talk amongst yourself.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ray. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
I'm having
That's
another
awesome.
donut hole.
fellas.
I didn't really mean it like that.
I can't flirt with Tony.
You're both fired. But no, it's like I said, we do have a business plan. I'd made mention on a couple of occasions in other conversations that we've kind of started not so much mimicking, but patterning ourselves after the Grand Rapids, Michigan convention, because they've done a great job over there. They just finished their 6th show last year.
They're already on 6?
They're on 6 at this point, and their metro area population is about 1.3 million. And they brought in a box office of 20 to 30,000 people in their last show.
Wow.
That's insane. And they did a great job, and people love that show. So we have a metro area population in Rochester of 1.1 million. So if we can do this, if you build it, they will come. We also have Buffalo and Syracuse within a day's, easy an hour's travel of us. These are having FC3 with a box office of 20 to 30,000 in about 5 to 6 years is not it's not an uncontrollable thought. It's not a pie in the sky kind of a thought. So we are building this show to continue to evolve, to continue to take your comments, to continue to bring things together where it all comes together, if I may fall back on our favorite slogan.
He did a little dance there.
I did a little dance there. I'm doing the Howie Mandel thing. If
we are the water, they are the horse.
There it is. Bring the horse to water, baby. And we're going to continue to evolve and make this thing, every so often we're going to take a hit. We might make a mistake. We might do something we didn't expect to do, and we'll learn from that and move on. That's the way we're going to play this thing. Did you find anything good yet, Tanya? Because I'm vamping my ass off over here.
Yeah, I found a couple things.
All right, fire one off.
The first thing is price of tickets were too expensive based on the amount of vendors and content. The second is the panels were really kind of boring panels. I feel like this con was geared more towards the older generation, so that may be why.
Okay. That's valid.
A husband had purchased a VIP ticket for Colin Baker. Online said that there would be special times for the VIP autograph and picture, but it was just during the normal times. They also said that they could be seated for the panel discussion 10 minutes early, but then got seated at the same time as everyone else. So they just sat in the front row.
Yeah, the combination of the panels. So having to stand in line for 10 minutes early when you have VIP and don't get VIP treatment seems a little crazy. Mm-hmm. So if you pay the VIP price, you should have VIP status. If you have VIP, you shouldn't have to wait for autograph or photo. You should just get an assigned time just for VIPs. And that's something that we have talked about, that things that we're definitely going to adjust. There was a lot of things in regards to the panels and not having anything to do after a certain time, and late night content, and that's a big thing among the cosplay community. I've noticed is late night content, and this is
a lot of people were asking me about a rave, and I'm like, "There's a rave here?"
No, what there was is, and I'll get to that
Friday
in a moment.
night, and they missed it.
Yeah, well, and I'll get to, and we'll start wrapping this particular podcast up on this particular point. So what had happened is a lot of the cosplay kids were used to going out afterwards and doing things more and having like maybe even 18-plus content and things like that. We acknowledged that we did the best we could with the resources we have, and this is something we're actually planning on adding on. We do have an idea that we're brewing right now. We have the launch party on Friday night, which was a pretty good success. We were very happy with it. We're going to enhance that. We're going to work on that more. And so that's a bit of more of a bigger event. And then Saturday, we do have a plan in mind right now. I can't go into too much detail at the moment.
But we have a plan.
But we have a plan. We're planning on pushing our actual hours so that we can do more with panels. And then we're going to see if we can push a little bit later into the evening on Saturday so that we can do more with like panel programming. And then we're also working right now on a plan for Saturday evening. Will it be a rave? No, it's not going to be an actual rave, but there's going to be an event that will have some offshoot events. It's a nascent idea right now, nascent being just got born, but we want to develop it and work it out a little bit more. You're going to be hearing about it a little bit more because I actually want you to be involved in what's going on in my head a little bit more. I just pointed at Ray with that one.
That's a frightening place to be.
It is a frightening place to be.
I know.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ray. Good luck with that.
No, it's okay because the best part is my head is probably just as fucked up as his. So
there we go.
That was PG-13. Awesome. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate that.
So much for
I wasn't the one who
friendly.
dropped the F-bomb today. Yay! But yeah, we're always going to be working on something. We're always willing to hear your comments. We'll talk more about comments in future podcasts. But I just want to get this one wrapped up. So Billy,
and thank you everyone.
We're
that
getting
has,
there, and thank you to everybody here who's been here today. I know a lot of people didn't get to talk too much because when I get going, it's hard to get a word in edgewise. I get that. But
just have to start throwing things.
But
at
for
me.
Zach and for Ian and for Jules, for Tanya and for Angie, for Ray, for Tony, for Dolly, for Sybil, Billy, and me, I am Chris. This has been Monkey Business, a product of the Mighty Monkey Corporation, purveyors and founders of the Flower City Comic Con, coming at you in 2018 with their third show in the spring of 2018. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/FC3ROC. I can do that by memory now. Isn't that great?
That was amazing.